Hey everybody, welcome back to Pixel Junkies.
Hey there, happy Halloween everybody.
Happy Halloween. It's a very special Halloween episode.
God knows when this video is coming out.
We are playing the remake of Resident Evil.
It's just completely blown out. Yeah, you know, like Resident Evil.
Man, you spooked. Nobody expected that. Nobody expects Spanish Adam or whatever.
Sorry, I'm a spook. Guys, do you know what time it is? Spooked.
November.
9 a.m.
It's not 9 a.m.
This video comes out at 9 a.m.
And
I was
Rory's
gonna
watching
say
it.
it's time for spooks.
Oh, too spooky for me.
I have it come out.
Oh no!
Oh!
Whoa! Frightening.
Man, these are crazy graphics.
Isn't there another remake coming out of this game, or is that number 2?
This is
This is number 2. Yeah.
They're remaking Resident Evil 2.
Oh.
This is a remake of the Resident Evil 1.
Okay, so why are they making?
Actually, this is a remaster of the remake of Resident Evil 1.
Yes. So what was your question, Adam? Why are they...
Well, first off, I think this franchise is up its own ass.
Also, you gotta play another like 6 games.
Oh my god, his eye.
I don't think you've ever played it. If you have that opinion of it.
I will admit that my experience with
also,
Resident
take out your
Evil,
sunglasses might help.
I played it years
Asshole.
and years after the fact, and I couldn't get over. Like, it is a dated game, and I could not get over the fact that it was dated, and I didn't enjoy it. But if I played it back in the day, I probably still would have hated it.
Or if you played the remake, you might like it.
Maybe. I did enjoy Resident Evil 7 while I played of it.
Resident Evil 7 is...
And Resident Evil 4
maybe
is
I'll
good.
sway your opinion by playing this today.
Probably not.
That guy got the right idea.
4 is good.
Flashlight
man, is it
on
that-
is gone.
I don't know. Like, 4 is a change, right? 4 is the big change in the series.
Yeah.
I think 7 is the big change.
Well,
Well, there's
4
been a
as
couple.
well.
No. Well, like, 4... Resident Evil was doing something, and then 4 decided that it was going to go in a different direction, and then 7 decided we should maybe not do that anymore.
Oh, so what was the big change then?
Well, it became more of a shooter, I would say.
Did it?
And it became less
very
like...
much became an action game.
Yeah, less like the horror game that it used to be.
I'm glad everyone's split up.
Yes.
They're obviously in this spooky wood, and they're like, okay, better split up and look for clues.
I wouldn't call it a shooter though, because the shooting mechanics, from
What
what I recall,
acting?
are terrible.
What?
Like you can't aim and walk.
No, I was responding to Adam.
Oh,
Well, she was like, oh, my friend's getting eaten by dogs. I guess we'll just...
That's CG.
Yeah, I know.
They're not actors.
The a lot of old
but the
shooters though.
CG Jill Valentine is acting.
A lot of old shooters though have what we would consider now really bad shooting controls.
I called them out for being bad when they were new, Rory. It's not like it dated. It's not dated now. It was dated then.
There's no way that hangs
Take
on
off
your
your
desk.
sunglasses, you fucking
It's
idiot.
Wesker. He always has sunglasses.
But it's
he a bad
nighttime.
It's
guy?
his thing.
Why is he using a flashlight?
You're not supposed to know that yet. You're spoiling the experience.
This is the remaster of the remake of the first game, Adam.
Can't see nothing with my sunglasses on. Better use a flashlight.
Yeah.
Maybe they're
Enter the survival horror of Resident
Is left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself.
I like that Chris was running right next to them, but they lost him between that cutscene and
What is this?
the doors of the mansion.
What happened to Chris?
Not quite your ordinary.
He's
house.
somewhere else.
Okay.
Even in the
Is it a
remake.
different campaign if you play with
Where's
Chris than it is with Jill?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just assumed it was the same campaign, but just a
So
different character.
is this still like isometric or whatever, or is it like just a
It's
third-person
not
shooter now?
isometric.
Well, it kind of was.
No.
It was like a top-down, like walk-around JPEGs.
Well, it's got set camera angles.
Oh, okay.
Chris and I go back.
Fucking massive.
Yeah, but it's not isometric.
I
It's
assumed it was like a third-person shooter now that they got all these graphics.
What is stars?
It's like SWAT.
No. Because that guy definitely looks like a SWAT outfit.
Super
not just-
Trooper Assault Recon Soldier.
You got it. Like they did that they went with Super Troopers. And they get laughed out of the meeting.
A dining room.
What does it stand for? Well, let's just leave it at stars, shall we?
No, seriously, what does it stand for? Well, let's,
the first one is Super. Alright, you got me. Trooper. Like, alright, leave.
I think you'd better take a look.
It's like, all right,
Leave it at
I'll
stars.
get my people to call your people. What's with people tasting blood
He's
movies?
smelling it.
Yep, definitely AIDS.
Yep, that's blood.
You want to cut in my esophagus before it gets too low?
I will admit that Barry's interest in this blood is odd.
Also, that's exactly what a police officer does. Like, blood on the floor. Better get my DNA all over that and contaminate the evidence.
It's like,
you go check out the rest of the mansion. I gotta examine this blood.
See, you just hear a zip and like his pants hit the ground.
Smear his dick around. Make it like that wet, like floor screeching noise.
We just also said that coming out of his mouth.
Adam, look.
In
What is
stereo.
it?
Oh man, it's Sandy.
Do you think maybe it's just a living person?
Oh,
A healthy living person.
I'm sure whatever that
Oh man,
is,
you get that blood out of your eye,
just
man. This bad
it's just a very
time.
good- Sorry, it was a bit spooky there for me. But... Door.
These are little
Oh,
screens.
okay.
Oh, okay.
This is.
But they didn't eliminate the load screens?
Well, they're kind of iconic for this type of game.
Let me take care of it.
It happened
Oh
in
wow, what voice acting?
happened in Dino Crisis 2. The voice acting in this is a lot better than it was in the original. They've also changed a bunch of the lines so they're not quite as weird.
This damn thing fell on my blood pot.
Let me take care of it!
Why do you hate me?
Because if I didn't make fun of this video, it'd just be us praising this game for an hour, and that's not entertainment. Like every time Andrew brings a game onto this fucking channel, he's like, "I really like this game. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the best game ever made." We sit down, I riff on it for 30 seconds, and I'm like, "You hate me, and I'm gonna go home and hang myself with a cowboy hat or something." It's just like, well, what the fuck did you expect? That's the bread and butter of this fucking channel.
You may insult my core, Adam, but you'll never be able to stop me from wearing a cowboy hat and jerking off.
See, now Wesker's gone, so we gotta find him.
Who?
Wesker.
This guy for like 20 seconds.
The guy with the glasses.
I mean,
Oh, I
no
didn't
way
even-
Aaron doesn't like this game.
I didn't even know he was here. I thought it was just the dude from the
No,
Terminator
we
Genesis.
heard a gunshot. We thought it was Chris.
The guy who plays John Connor in Genesis, and the dude from one of the Apes movies.
You just did a loop there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we
Oh,
had to
there
go
he
look
is.
for Wesker. So you gotta go upstairs and then come back down.
What's going on around
I was like, he's like,
You don't even have to do what I did. You could just go up halfway the stairs and then come back down.
I was like, all right, Jill, you go check upstairs, and I'll check down here. And then 30 seconds later, so he's not up there. It's like, but we're in a large house.
Okay, then
I'm
I'll
gonna rub my dick on the blood again.
I'm very interested in that blood.
Mansion is gigantic.
There's a lot of
You're
is
going
there
upstairs,
mayonnaise
look for
on that
Wesker.
blood or something.
That's cool.
Okay.
Why is that blood kind of pink now? I don't worry about
What's it called when you're sexually attracted to blood?
it. Bloodophobic.
No, that would be
So-
fear of blood. But I don't.
Oh.
think
What's
it's
odd
that.
is usually we'd use
Anti-bloodophobic.
use the like philia subscript,
Mm-hmm.
but hemophilia is already a thing,
What
right?
is it?
Hemophilia is like a disorder to do with blood loss, I think.
Yeah.
So we can't call it
See?
hemophilia.
So then it should be bloodophobic, because wouldn't hemophilia mean that you love blood instead
well,
of
it
you
would.
lose blood?
I think it would be hemophobic. It would be a fear of blood.
Yeah. Hemophobic would be a fear of blood.
Hemophilia is a disease.
bloodophilia.
Hemophilia is a disease. Yeah.
Bloodophilia. We got it. You damn bloodophiliac. Oh man.
Jesus.
Are you looking it up,
There's some
Adam?
really awful ones in here. Like there's normal ones like attraction by young men to older women, and then like attraction to like, you know, attraction to people with large breasts and that sort of stuff. And there's like attraction to raping and cannibalizing another person. It's like, oh okay.
Did you specify the blood thing, or did you just look up
I
list
did,
of
but
sexual attraction?
I did, but the first Wikipedia gave me just a list of ones, so now I'm just going through it. Sexual arousal of a biological male in response to the image of him as female. Being in life-threatening situations. Bleeding oneself does not involve ingestion of blood. Type of auto-vampirism. So that is
Hematophilia is
Yeah.
the sexual attraction involving blood.
I was like,
So it's not hemophilia, it's hematophilia. Well, I guess that'd be probably hematophilia. So
well, there you go. Happy
yeah.
Halloween, everybody.
Like you have like pineapple ganglia, camastrophilia, chronophilia, chorophilia, diaper fetishism. What? Like you can come up with a fancy word for that one? What about the people in that fetish? I feel like they're getting the short end of the stick.
Matophilia, totally normal compared to that diaper fetish shit.
Dipophilia.
Dipophilia.
You got it, Wikipedia.
I'm a dipophilia.
From the Greek word diaper, meaning diaper. I will say.
Oh, he's turbo bald. All right.
I will say I can now. Now I still don't like the game very much, but now that I'm older, I do appreciate how creative they were in working with the limitations of the PlayStation 1. I do appreciate that aspect of it, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first game to really do that kind of isometric...
It's not isometric.
Oh, whatever. That kind of, fixed camera perspective. And if it's not, it's certainly the game that popularized it and kind of codified it.
I believe Alone in the Dark was probably the first.
Yeah, but that game sucks.
You suck.
A lot of PS1 developers were very good at that.
Yeah,
I found the PS1 is one of my favorite game consoles, and I found that there's a lot of creativity
props to
with
them for working with the limitations, but I feel like this is still in an era where the limitations were considered part of the difficulty, but also the I guess just the straight up challenge to playing the game. Not being able... I don't know if it was, ever said anywhere, but I feel like not being able to aim and walk in a video game is not oh man, it's so scary.
You can aim and move your feet.
It's
but you
tank
can't walk,
controls,
though.
isn't it?
It's I feel like they did that on purpose to make it more spooky or something. It's you feel more confined.
Well, it's like a mechanic.
Yeah, no, but
right?
I think it's just dumb.
I mean, I will say it's bad game design. I do appreciate the limitations they were under, but it is bad game design to be walking and all of a sudden a zombie comes out of a camera angle that you can't see, but your character does see. And maybe you would get
it's stuff like that.
But at the same time, it is an old game. What is this, 20 years old now or something?
Well, this game isn't.
No, I mean the original.
There are some times when
I'm sure it's
I don't know. I feel Aaron's particularly hard on old convention things. We had that when we talked about Quake, right? You remember? I don't know if you remember.
Again, Roy,
Quake.
it's not being hard on old
Wasn't the dude
conventions.
down there,
I was hard on them then.
Yeah, he's
not dick in the blood or whatever.
That's true. Yeah.
That's why I never played them. I was like, oh, you can't. Jill can see what's in front of her here, but I can't because of the stupid camera angle. That's dumb. Or I can't. And
I'll give you that. Certainly more than
what it was.
I do miss
Resident Evil 5 or something.
Though.
Sorry, what?
It's
It's a beautiful game.
It's 2010 for fuck's sakes. Why can't I move and aim at the same time? Was it Resident Evil 5 or something? You still couldn't fucking walk. Or
yes,
6? It's
it was
this
6,
is stupid.
6 had very weird controls. At least Resident Evil 7 had very modernized controls.
Came out in
6 you can aim.
I feel like Resident Evil 7 is a really good continuation of the series because it's a natural evolution of gameplay.
It's 22 years old.
Taking the improvisations that gameplay has, games have brought in the last 20 years while keeping the spirit of Resident Evil.
I agree. I actually feel the same way about the new Quake as it would turn out. I think they've had a lot of those lately where
or Doom.
New entries into old. Doom is a really good good example.
Yeah, I also never really cared much about the story of these games. I don't really care about the characters or anything like that.
Also, I will
you
say
don't know anything about them.
This game is probably also better than the other.
Well, that's because he doesn't care about
the surface value. It's I look at it and go, I don't care about this.
It doesn't up its own ass when it comes to the fucking lore of the series because Resident Evil has some of the worst lore and story.
Well, you don't know anything about it.
It's fucking convoluted. I went to look it up a couple of, last year or something.
Everything seems convoluted if you just look it up. Everything seems really detailed.
You're looking at a
you can look up anything. You could look up the Elder Scrolls
series.
lore subreddit, and Elder Scrolls lore would seem unnecessarily convoluted.
I suppose, but it just seems it's the amount of secret organizations and conspiracies and stuff in this game. It just seems really, I don't know, unappealing to me.
There's a lot of camp here.
I believe that I do believe that it's not the kind of lore that you would gravitate towards. Yeah.
When back in the day before survival sandbox games and all that stuff, and I looked at zombie games, I looked at this and said, no, this isn't it. Try again.
I will say this game is fairly.
You like me with Left 4 Dead.
In letting you play as a female
even Left 4 Dead is not.
That's not
I didn't
overly
enjoy
sexualized.
Like, in a zombie game, I just wanted...
that's fair, yeah.
Just give me regular zombies.
Her tits jiggle when you walk.
Just a regular, no special zombies, no stupid characteristics, and a survival game. And we got millions of those now, so don't worry about it.
And Andrew, it's a sad state of the industry, at least at the time, and I'm sure even now, that that's actually, like, she's still a very pretty under-sexualized character, because, like, compared to Lara Croft.
Lara.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I wasn't sure whether me or Andrew was going to get to that one first.
Both. Both of us said it.
It's Lara because she's kind of semi-named after the Egyptian god Ra.
I feel like that's an after-the-fact
Probably.
explanation.
I also suspected that was an after-the-fact
That's the current
explanation.
canon explanation.
Yeah.
I was just telling Adam to maybe help him remember that it's Lara and not Laura from now on. Adam's into all that nonsense.
Mythology?
I don't know, maybe. Like gods and stuff. Earth lore.
Earth lore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Adam minored in Earth lore.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm modern history. Earth lore is called folklore.
Oh yeah, you're right. There is a thing called Earth lore. It's folklore. Yeah.
No, it's not folklore.
Which you definitely didn't minor in.
No.
It's also.
I kind of want to go back and do like a degree in folklore.
No, you don't.
Well,
it's just like wives' tales.
You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to put yourself through all the dicking around that it would be required.
History as according to Jordan.
The
folklore.
folklore seems great until you take a folklore course and you're like, fuck.
Why? Half hour into the first course, he was like.
You'll find like the kind of stuff you have to do and the kind of tasks you have to do really aggro. Like what folklore should be is English literature, but folklore.
You just stand in the back.
Does that make sense? Like the way English literature classes are run, but folklore.
Yeah.
And they're not run like English literature classes. It's hard to explain.
Is there auto aim?
There is. Yeah.
I still remember my first class of folklore, and we started the thing is. Folklore is a combination of the words folk and lore. I was like, oh no.
Whoa, slow down!
Hang on, is this on the test?
This is on the test. Oh god. How many times have I heard that sitting in classes over the years? Is this on the test? It's like, I feel like people ask that every day.
I mean, it's a valid question sometimes.
Oh yeah, sometimes it is. I remember
the instructor or professor, whoever goes off on a tangent, you're like, do I need to know any of this?
I was in like a hardware architecture class once, and they were like, a lot of that is like learning about the history, because to understand like modern hardware and architecture, you have to understand old hardware and architecture. And one of the students goes, well, we have to know any of this history stuff because I don't like it.
At least he's honest. You know?
Yeah.
At least he's honest.
Well, it'll be on everyone else's test except yours.
Yeah, except yours.
Hey!
You don't like
you missed your chance. You missed your chance.
Here's the first one. That's it. No exception. One-time deal.
Oh God, we're only 20 minutes into this.
Well, you got a Beretta or whatever.
Is that one of them safe rooms you hear so much about?
Oh.
So I said, is that one of them safe rooms I hear so much about?
It is, yeah. Great music in there. Can't hear it though.
And I can turn it up a notch.
Is it like lo-fi?
I really shouldn't be killing the zombies as I find them, because if you kill them now, they turn into something called Crimson Heads later. They're much more powerful zombies.
No.
If you use a shotgun, you can blow their heads off.
Why doesn't Jill know that?
Well.
Hey, shotgun. Just some old furniture. There's a shot. Okay.
I remember, Jill, don't go shooting the zombies.
One of those.
Damn it, Jill, I can hear you shooting them. What's the typewriter tape for? Is that how you save?
Yeah.
Just like the idea of being like, okay, we have a small. Well, it's okay. Well, what? I forget why. Why did they go to the woods?
What?
Why were they in the woods at the beginning of the game?
So there were people disappearing in the woods, so they sent a team out there, and then the team didn't report back. So this is the second team.
Okay, that's good. I do like when government agencies are like, okay, we sent in one team and that didn't work, so let's send in another equally equipped team to handle it. When they disappear.
That's a great trope.
I mean, they fucking made.
Steven has so much good stuff.
They made
Like
fun of that in
Resident
Mass
Evil.
Effect 1, where they were like, they send the Solarians and the Vermeer to go check that out, and then they don't report back, so they send you in, and they were like, so when you show up in the Solarian and you meet the Solarians, like, what are you doing here? It's like, well, you didn't respond back, so we came to see what was wrong. It's like, that's a repetition of what we were doing. You're doing the same thing we're doing. God damn it.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like, there's other cases where, like,
Amanda Holloway looks like the one in PT.
it could be like, I don't know, maybe these guys are like super elite special forces or something, and that's better. But like, I hate when like there's certain like tropes where like we sent an alpha team and they didn't respond back, so now we're gonna send in beta teams. Like, do you want to send in like somebody get better equipped than beta team, or maybe 2 teams together?
Send in a nuke.
That's Charlie team.
But let me ask you this: does it work?
No, because they fucked up. They lost one member, one guy disappeared, and then the other guy just disappeared when he was in the house, and the fourth guy's rubbing his knob in blood or something.
But how? Let's put it this way: how many games did this team get versus how many teams the first team went in, and they didn't get any games?
Because
and
they
these guys
died.
went in and
Didn't
got
they?
like a bunch
Didn't
of
they
games.
die?
Yeah, before they could make any games.
I mean,
So this-
before they can make any games.
this-
I mean, there's no
And
other
to be
way
fair,
of
this
doing
game
it.
didn't get any games because the only people I think who make it out of this game alive are fucking Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield or whatever his name is.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
the
Yeah.
only way
Oh,
to
shit,
do
I
it.
got it.
Because, like, number one, you got to know you're going into a suicide mission for some reason, and two, you got to shit has to hit the fan so it can
Well,
be.
if you're in any kind of
Yeah.
So
if
how
you're in
else
any
do you
kind of
set
like
up the
modern military video game and you get in the helicopter, you should just expect that helicopter to be blown out of the air.
I'd come in like Silva in the end of Skyfall with some music blaring under the helicopter, just light the house up.
Yes.
We're still in here. Fuck off.
Can't wait to play Adam's zombie game. We're in the mansion and the whole area just gets nuked. They're like, there's zombies down there, but the rational thing is to nuke it. Nuke it. Alright, game over.
Wouldn't you nuke zombies?
Yes, they do that in this series.
Oh, good. Did it work?
No,
Oh, well, then, why did they do that for?
because it's not a. Well, I don't know.
Like the idea, like Adam, like they're getting ready to prep a nuke and send it in. And he's like using the radio to make sure, like, anybody respond to this message? Hello, anybody from Team 1 in there? Like, yeah, we're still 2 in here. We're half of us are dead. We're pinned down by zombies. Like, all right, well, hang on with the nuke. All right, well, let us know when you're dead.
Hello?
We'll check in 15 minutes on the 10.
Prime the nuke. No, we're still here. Oh, no. Alright, turn the safeties back on.
Oh, they responded. Turn it off.
We'll give you legally, if you don't respond in 15 minutes, we can nuke.
You got like an hour to get out of there.
But we're pinned down.
No guarantees. Not my problem.
I don't know, like I hate in not that I hate, but because it's a good trope, but like it's actually done really well in World War Z, where at the beginning,
Oh, tits.
they're like, yeah, she has a great pair.
That
No,
was a shitty movie.
what?
The World War Z.
Yeah, but the book where they're like, oh,
Listen to the
shit.
audiobook.
Nah,
Yeah, I agree.
No,
It's
do it.
great.
Nah.
Where they fight the zombies.
Make a movie about it.
Originally, they try not to cause public panic, so anytime there's an outbreak in a small town or something, they send in a team of commandos to like liquidate the town.
Alright.
And I you know
Sounds
that
very
works,
JPEG.
but like after a point, it's just like, we should just probably nuke these. Just fuck it. Nobody needs Arkansas.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it might have been from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, but they were like, it was like, aren't you from Arkansas? And he's like, it's pronounced Arkansas.
Isn't it like, I heard it was, I don't know if it was probably just the people that live in Arkansas to not mispronounce the name, or they get like super fucking upset.
Well, just like it's honestly, it's the same thing that people, if you like, people who say Newfoundland.
Yeah, no,
correctly,
but I thought
they-
it was like if you say Arkansas or Arkansas or whatever, then they'll like. I mean, I guess it's probably just the people who live
They'll
there.
probably just
They're
shoot
like,
you because
yeah, just be like, you said it wrong, boy.
No, that's Newfoundland if it was in America.
Oh yeah, that's,
Like,
we
Newfoundland
don't
with
shoot
just
people.
a little
we
more
just want our
Bible belt,
quiet.
10% more Bible belt, and you got that.
yeah, more skills into Bible Belt.
If they had open carry here, you'd get blown away.
Newfoundland is such an un-gun culture place though, because like I went into a Tim Hortons once and a dude walked in wearing civilian clothes and he had a handgun on his belt and everyone in the restaurant started acting real nervous. They were like it was just a Tim Hortons. Everyone was like looking at him sideways and not making eye contact, keeping their head down. Like, who the fuck is this guy with a handgun? Are we about to get robbed?
If somebody started shooting, it was him. It was definitely him.
It was the guy with the gun.
Security camera. Hey, this guy right here. We got him.
Snapping at the
You
camera.
better. Eyes on you, mister.
Did you know I've never been robbed? And I worked at a gas station.
Well, you better knock on wood there, Rory. Not getting out of this house.
I would have found it very funny if a masked man kicked the door down with a gun right then. It's like, I've never been robbed.
Like a dude swings in through the window. Get me out of your stuff. Just you in particular.
I looked at him and he hits off the bookshelf and he gets stuck. It's like, eh!
He hits his foot off of it and just trips off.
Yeah.
Snaps his neck.
Oh my god, there's so much dust.
Oh man, one of those.
What's the most valuable thing in here? Probably the Vive. Well, how long will it take me to take that? Well, I gotta take it down from the wall. It's like he like gets back out.
Uninstall, yeah.
He would have landed on it.
Robbery.
He would have landed on it if he came in through the window. What's the most valuable thing in there? It's like, well, you just smashed it into the floor. Like,
oh, jeez.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're gonna have to pay for that. Oh.
I think it's also fair to assume that we're not like a crowd of people that get particularly spooked.
It's also not a spooky game anymore.
No,
Well,
I mean...
It's not a spooky environment. If you're alone in front of your monitor with your headphones on, it's a very different experience than if you're sitting in here with your bros.
To be fair, at what point did you think that sitting three 26-year-old men sitting in a brightly lit room was going to be scary?
There's only two 26-year-old men in here.
Whatever the fuck is 30.
There's only one 26-year-old man in here. It's Adam.
Oh yeah, you're not. You're
yeah, I'm not 26.
You're a wee little baby.
Yep.
Oh.
Or he's 17.
Yeah, I've been on Pixel Junkies since I was 14.
I mean, you could have
be
been
the most obnoxious fucking 14-year-old ever.
But we couldn't get Jordan because he's in Europe or some nonsense.
Yeah. I wanted to get Jordan to play Visage or
I mean,
Visage or whatever. That game that Funhouse has been playing. Because he would lose his shit at that game.
I don't know what that is.
It's basically a PT, but you know...
It's PT, yeah.
I
saw some gameplay the other day, like just a second of it. It was just like on a computer screen. And I was like, oh, is that PT? I was like, no, it's this other game. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I don't find a lot of those games scary anyway, though.
Well, yeah, horror. The good thing about horror is that it's a really like diverse genre. Like, it's one of the reasons why if you like watch a lot of like Japanese horror, it's like ghosts as opposed to like monsters. Like, there's a lot of Japanese monster films, but they're not the horror films.
I guess if you're going for a horror genre, but I've for a little while, a couple of years ago anyway, looking for an actual game that like scares the shit out of me. And,
oh yeah, that's much harder.
I've played a bunch and none of them do, so I'm like, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess they just don't exist.
There's lots of horror games. There are very few scary games.
Clearly, you haven't played Resident Evil.
I'd like to play. Is Resident Evil 7 in VR yet on Steam?
Yeah.
Because they have VR.
I'm getting a low bass from the speaker
PlayStation
back there.
Oh yeah. I mean, I might try that. I feel like VR. There's a lot of VR experiences that definitely have a different grip on. Your because like I've played a little bit of Alien Isolation in VR. It's a mod. It doesn't play particularly well, and the locomotion is really kind of nauseating. But it definitely takes on a different tone when you can't escape. The experience. Like
exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes like you could you're playing it on a screen. It doesn't really matter. Even though take one of your headphones off or I don't know. It's just sometimes it just doesn't. It's easy to escape if you start getting spooked.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're in that environment and something's happening, it's just like you can't get away from it. So.
You know, like a good game.
Huh?
I said Grunt Birthday Party. You know, like a good game.
Oh. Is that a game now? Halo 7 Grunt Birthday or whatever.
It's the spin-off. It's for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh God!
That would totally happen. God damn it, Phil.
Grunt Birthday coming only to the Switch.
With Reggie Tresemme.
Reggie's in it.
Oh, yeah, he's unlockable.
He's the DLC.
You get the amiibo.
Everything is what is it? Life is great when you're an L block or whatever.
Yeah.
Was the Russian line?
Yeah, I don't remember the actual quote. Yeah, but
Is that what Reggie said?
yeah, it is. Yeah.
No, it wasn't Reggie. It was some other guy, wasn't it?
No, I thought it was Reggie. The
I like that's his name now.
yeah, you can thank Donkey for that. He was the one who started
Oh,
it.
did he?
Who started that like meme of calling him Reggie.
That's a solid one of them memes. Oh, is she ever naked in this? Does like a zombie rip her shirt off or something?
Aaron's rapidly getting to the point where he's just lost interest in the video.
Is she like at least 18?
Yes.
Okay, good.
She's a police officer.
I think we should. Yeah.
But it's also Japanese.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, she could be a 9,000-year-old dragon
Yeah.
police officer.
Yeah.
Totally acceptable.
I feel like Aaron, you'd get a real kick out of the Dead or
Is that
Alive
not an
games.
They're not playing
Yeah, I don't
that.
need them. I'm not hurt.
They don't have stories anyway, do they? They're just
Dead
fighting
or
games.
Alive?
They're
Yeah,
just
they
fighting
have
games.
Yeah,
They
fuck
have
yeah, they
stories.
got stories.
Oh, Jesus.
That made it worse somehow.
Stop giving fighting game stories.
Okay, some fighting game stories are really good.
No, they're not. Our UFC game story is really good.
Well, that's the best one.
Yeah.
But they,
It's like if they gave a story to a racing game. All those games are fucking stupid.
well, like, you remember when Spike Lee gave a story to a basketball game?
Yeah,
And it was
fucking
dog
stupid.
shit.
Yes, it's a subject. It's a medium that doesn't need a story.
The worst
Oh,
part
man,
of it, though, is
what the hell
that's
is
an
that?
unpopular...
Oh, shit.
Like, the Spike Lee thing,
Fuck
that's
is
an
that?
unpopular opinion. Like, if you go, like, watch a video from that game, it's all people talking about how deep the story is. It's like, you're kidding. Like, no, they're not kidding.
This fucking cookie cutter story where some dude goes on a monologue for half an hour about his dead friend or
It's
something.
really
or
long.
Comes back as a ghost or something.
I've
That's
seen
it.
the whole thing. Yeah, it's fucking...
I'll fucking go
Isn't
around
that how
town.
Coach Carter
Unbelievable.
started?
Yeah, it's like if Coach Carter sucked.
Why is that water so ripply?
Great movie.
Is it windy in here?
Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's a great movie. It's
a
a good movie.
It's a drafty wash.
Also, there's no water in the tub in the reflection.
I would not be sticking my fucking arm in there.
Isn't that where the missus turns into a spotter or something?
Yeah. That's what happens here.
I really hoped it was Wesker.
That's
And they're like, oh!
man,
You
they
don't have to
stole
be my
that.
back.
They stole that from Resident Evil 7. You got some juices coming out there, buddy. I mean, you could have just left.
Yeah. I feel like you're really not trying in this situation.
Okay, I mean, you've killed like 5 people already. And a melted dog. Oh, she flushed. At least the plumbing still works. Where'd the water go?
She
What do you
drained it.
mean?
Huh?
She drained it.
Are you
Oh.
There was-
drunk?
I thought she just put her hand in it.
No, she removed the plug. There was like a
Oh.
little lever for removing the plug.
Alright.
Yeah, like there's a lot of... Back me
No.
up here. Most showers and tubs have that.
Oh, you
where
mean like
hit
on the
thing.
chain thing? Yeah.
It's an old
I
top.
thought there was just like a lever on a wall somewhere, like some weird.
No,
fucking...
yeah, the wall found.
Drain the bath, Jumbie! I would wish to get out and dry! Yes, master. Which is,
Man,
that's
that's
the
a
noise of
sweet
the water
water
going down
effects.
the
Oh
drain,
man,
which
it's
I
the
can't even
umbrella
rephrase.
logo.
Is it?
I guess, yeah.
Was it the umbrella logo?
There's an umbrella logo on the floor.
Weren't they the guys who made Skynet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's them.
Anyway, back to
You
Terminator.
think Skynet could beat Resident Evil?
Well,
Who
the
knows?
Terminator game that we played on Pixel Junkies was dog shit. So,
So
no.
is this!
That's a good idea. Terminator versus zombies. Where that movie at? Christian Bale, get back
They're
here.
probably making it, man.
There was a Terminator versus Alien, I believe.
That'd be a cool concept for a Terminator movie, actually.
What, Terminator versus Alien?
No. I mean, well, yeah, but no. A different idea. If that, like zombies became a thing in the future of Terminator, and Skynet kind of had to, like, refocus its shit on getting rid of the zombies.
Well, it wouldn't be affected by zombies because they're all machines.
No, but it would, I don't know, I guess it would fuck their shit up, I don't know. Figure it out.
Jill, you in there?
Barry, get me out of here.
Or maybe what you could do is have a zombie outbreak in the past, and then Skynet would have to get rid
That's
of
aimed at her
zombies.
head. Look out!
Classic
Right.
male savior trope.
Jesus Christ, this game is
Fucking
done.
woman can't
Also, I
do
like
it
how your
herself.
door at like head level there when the door went through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was good
Yeah.
attention to detail. It's almost like this game isn't shit for a second.
Barry.
I mean, she does look 12.
That was a close one.
She's not 12.
No, she doesn't look 12.
Did nicely.
Okay.
What
What the hell
12-year-olds have you seen?
Thanks.
I think people have been dishonest about their age to you.
I can't tell.
I'm glad now.
Maybe it wasn't illegal. I don't know.
Aaron's like, now you're sure you're 12? No one's like,
Yeah, I'm 12.
All right.
I
Leave the money on the counter.
Here's your money.
so I like how he fucks off again. It's like,
You got an achievement.
Andrew
You're
never played
fucking up
this.
Aaron's.
Oh,
No,
that was
I'm
okay.
on my.
Okay.
Andrew never played this before.
you're not a true fan.
I played this before.
Oh, didn't get that achievement though.
I played this on GameCube.
No, I meant this version.
Ooh.
This specific version on Steam.
Oh.
Gung.
No. Well, it's October 31st.
That's true.
Is that when this is
Maybe.
coming out?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or it's
I got a busy
that
week.
Friday.
It's whenever the hell it comes out. I'd like for it to come out on Halloween, but who knows with this shit going on this week.
Busy week?
Well, I mean, my birthday's on Tuesday, and
happy
That's
birthday,
true.
Did
Halloween
Dodge again.
stuff. Thank you. And, you know, Red Dead's out also.
That's true.
What do you come farts doing for Halloween?
Nothing.
I'm
That's
leaving the house.
Sounds spooky.
Okay.
I'm having-
Good.
That's a bad time.
I'm getting out of the house because I don't want to be there when people show up to the door to try to get candy.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people
Yeah.
don't. You should live out here.
Or he thinks
Yeah,
it's a
I do.
scam.
The
Get away from my candy!
one of my friends, she was home last Halloween, and they only got one person came to the door, and he was like 19. She was like, "What are you for Halloween?" He's like, "I'm high."
That's the most real thing I've ever heard.
Somebody shows up at Roy's door like, trick or treat. He's like, you fucking dirty piece of shit cunt coming to my house inviting yourself to my candy. What a rude fuck. And slams the door.
Thomas shouts out, alright, I'll be over later for fights.
You entitled prick.
I'm actually gonna go get some of that pizza from that new pizza shop.
Where?
That replaced the Big Bite in Church
Oh,
Square.
yeah, Donati's or whatever.
Donati's, yeah.
The
I've heard
new
it's
one.
top tier, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
So,
It actually looks better.
it looks much
They got
cleaner.
like, no, please. They got like another 10 years of hanging their shit on the wall to fucking get me going in there. You got like another 8,000 pieces to cut with that pizza cutter before I can.
I fucking hate going to certain situations where, because I can see him enter
Fuck
into the
off.
situation. I can see you enter the situation and immediately you just nope, and you just immediately nope out of the situation.
If
Like, you're
anybody's
never gonna
ever
cheat
been
you.
to that Big Bite Pizza, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
But it's good fucking pizza! Fuck
Fucking
off!
disgusting.
Ugh.
But I've heard the new place is really good. I've heard the Donair in particular
Yeah.
is
It's like a silhouette and encrusted, festering pizza gunk on the wall, creating the shape of the pizza cutter from every single pizza they've ever cut in that building. And every single aluminum tray that a pizza's been cooked on is still in the fucking sink, in full view of the clients.
that place did have really bad like
Sweep
exposure
your floor,
issues. With
friggin' wash your tables or so. Jesus Christ!
They didn't have any tables.
Wash your fucking
Counters.
ledge.
They got too
Yeah.
dirty and they got rid of their tables.
It was too small. The rest of that fucking pizza shop was minuscule.
Somehow they've made this bigger.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how.
Well, I
They
think they took
fucking-
over part of.
They wiped the 3 inches of crust off the walls.
Because they
Made
took
it
they took over
bit
part of
larger.
where Marie's used to be.
Oh, that's right.
No,
It was
wasn't
Monty's.
Monty's. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
Monty's convenience store, man.
I used to go into Monty's all the time.
Me
Is that
too.
owned by the same people?
Monty's and
Or were they
Marie.
all thrown in prison?
No, no.
I don't know what happened to
He
Monty's.
meant Big Bite.
20 years worth of health
I
violations.
don't think Monty's could sustain itself.
No, I don't give a fuck about Monty's. Did fucking whatever it's called now, like full bite pizza or something.
Donati's.
Oh, Donati's.
Oh yeah, or are they the same people as Big Bite? I
Yeah.
can't imagine. Too much has changed. I don't think it's
Yeah,
like a
because of the
rebranding.
fucking health requirements. It's like, we want to facelift Big Bite. Like, well, I mean, if you're gonna renovate that means you need to bring the entire rest of the building up to code. They're like, oh Jesus.
Well, do you know why that building shut down? All the restaurants and stuff got forced out of there in the first place. Because during a windstorm last year, the wind blew the roof off of the building, and the guy was like, we're just going to put some tarpaulin over the holes, and then we'll leave it in the middle of winter. And then it snowed and rained, and all the water got down inside the building, and absolutely butt-fucked the electrical. So every single person who lived in that building and all the businesses, they just lost power.
That's like the perfect
response.
Metaphor. No, for that building, that one thing. It's like, fuck it, we don't need a roof. It's a convertible now. We'll open it in the summer, it'll be great.
Really? Can you imagine you're working at Big Bite and you're just indoors and it's fucking snowing?
Yeah,
like,
you can see like the tarp getting lower and lower. Like,
I
think you need to push some of that snow off. The tarp's getting real low in here. It's like 2,000 pounds of snow on the roof.
That's exactly what happened, though.
I'm just picturing the roof getting like peeled off like a tin can, and then all of their pizza dishes shooting off. With cheese and tomato gunk stuck onto them.
There was a really small video shop there too that I used to go to. That was where I first discovered the Riddick movies. Was at that video store. So I always remember going to that video store. And
I don't even remember that video store.
Oh, sure you do, or maybe you don't. I used to walk there. Yeah, it was what the fuck was it called?
You mean Allen's?
No. It wasn't anything as mainstream as Allen's.
West Revision like 240.
Might have been an Allen's.
They were showing the zombie.
Oh, that was from the zombie's perspective. Behind a closed door. Where did he come from?
I don't know. Oh, shit. He didn't die.
You shoot gun proof. That's a big pot you can't see in.
Actually, crap. I'm bad at this.
You're dead. You're dead. You infected now.
You didn't get the head.
Nope. Sometimes it doesn't work. Good game.
Put the barrel you're going on his dick.
It's designed to not work.
Yeah, like I was saying.
This was from an era when randomness was a lot more acceptable in game design.
Well, especially
was part of the
Crimson,
gameplay.
Especially with the Crimson Heads in this version, they weren't in the original version. If you blow all their heads off, then the Crimson Heads they can't come back as Crimson Heads. Yeah. So it's specifically designed so you can't blow all the zombies' heads off the first round. The first,
Yeah, just because you know about that now, I guess.
So Adam's playing through all the Halo games again, and he's on ODST right now.
Yep.
Halo ODSTs. Oh, what do they call it? What's their version of like the co-op? It's like zombies.
Firefight.
Firefight. Yeah. Firefight is, in my opinion, the best version of that thing in games.
Horde
Better
mode.
than the Call of Duty zombies. What?
Like a horde mode. You mean.
Yeah, like a horde mode. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Better than the ones from most of the Gears of War. I think, although I do like the one in ODST, I think the one in Reach is much better.
Oh, I haven't played that one.
Yeah, I like the one in Reach as well.
Reach, in my opinion, is the best Halo game in terms of content release, because when Halo Reach came out, it had the single-player campaign, which was good. In fact, I think it was great. It had multiplayer and a shit ton of different multiplayer maps and game modes. You had everything from capture the flag to free for all, team deathmatch. You had zombies. You had SWAT. All that kind of stuff. Juggernaut. You had firefight. You had firefight, like an updated firefight where you could play as either the ODST or the Covenant.
Okay. Yeah.
What else did you have? You had Forge mode and you had Theater mode.
I don't know a lot about Reach, so can you tell me why it is that some Halo fans had an adverse reaction to it?
Well, the Halo game, the first 3 Halo games, and to a lesser extent ODST, but even then, you were playing like a super badass soldier who could never seem to fail. Like no matter what situation the Chief is put in, he always seems to be able to shoot his way out. Yeah. And that's kind of his character, where like at least in the first 3 games, is he's just supposed to be kind of like this badass action hero you're not supposed to really think a lot about. He doesn't have that, stellar of a personality, at least in the games presented.
Sure, yeah.
When Reach came out, it presented the characters as the same thing, and then it slowly picked them off and wore them down. Where, by the end of the game, you're just the only guy left. It's like, Spartans aren't supposed to die. They're, the best. So that's the only reason I can see, because, the characters were good.
Yeah,
I think that was the contrast between regular Spartans and the Chief, though.
Yeah, but even that, and that's why a lot of people didn't like Halo 4, because they were like, oh, they gave the Chief personality and they gave him like a dynamic story, and I'm like, yeah, that was good, because if the first 3 games were building the Chief up to be this mythic level hero, then Halo 4 tore him down and like made him seem more human, and I think that was a really good job. But you could only get Halo 4 if you had the first 3 Halo.
And Halo
games.
5 tore the rest of the series.
Yes. I agree with you. Halo 5 is dog shit.
I think Reach was my favorite. I think Halo 2 is really good, but I think Reach captured the tone of the Halo universe the best.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, it captured the bleakness of it, but it didn't capture the wonder, because there was no like Forerunner.
No, yeah, but there's a lot of the stuff presented in the first and second game, and it doesn't really, I don't know, present it maybe with the same weight that Reach does. Yeah. Reach kind of shows you the gritty kind of military side of stuff.
Well, there's a great scene in the game. I think it's called New Alexandria. Is the level where you're flying in a helicopter and you're looking over a burning city, and the city's just being glassed and like explosions and stuff, and you just see your Spartan kind of looking out of the chopper as you're being like flown into the combat zone. You're just like. It's like he just has a really wary sigh, and that was and like the music is really moralful, and I don't know, it was good. It was a really well done scene, and it really created like a really bleak atmosphere.
It probably had the best aesthetic as well, like art style.
Yeah,
it wasn't as like super colorful like in on the Halo rings themselves. It was a bit more like sepia tone.
Yeah. Although that being said, I do think that Halo 2 had a really good, especially like on High Charity and stuff. I like the purples, because you don't get a lot of purples in other video games.
You don't. That's true. The color. That's one thing that you praise, and I think that almost more than anything else that I would praise BioShock Infinite for is the really good color scheme.
Well, I mean,
one of the best I've seen in games.
Because the game starts and you're in like a dark, blasted ocean, and it's very dark and gritty.
The standard BioShock sort of beginning thing. Yeah,
you're rising and it's gray and dark, and all of a sudden you're in beaming sunlight, and then you land in the church. And
the church is really cool.
Deep purple. It's
I took a lot of screenshots when I first played BioShock Infinite in that area.
I'll never replay BioShock now. I might buy the BioShock collection, like the HD collection.
The remasters are not good.
Oh, no?
Red Dead as well.
They're buggy as hell.
Oh, even on like console?
Well, I imagine especially on consoles. They
Why don't you just get them on Steam? Good. And you can run them.
When the winter sale comes up, you'll be able to get them for super cheap.
I could also just put it into my Xbox and because I have it.
Right? Yeah, you could just play it again. I guess. Yeah. Alternatively, yeah.
I actually have to take my Xbox 360 controller to the Games Exchange because I pressed the select button down to bring up the Matt and ODST, and it got stuck down, so I can't get the Matt screen keeps flashing out on the screen.
Just pick up. They use proprietary screws, but you can get a screwdriver. Just pop it open and fix it.
Well, I want to bring it down to them and see if they can fix it, because then if they fuck it up, then they'll give me a free controller.
Yeah, I would do the same thing probably.
As opposed to if I break it, I gotta buy one, which I think is not gonna be very hard.
The PlayStation controllers I wouldn't take apart, but the Xbox ones are pretty simple.
Yeah. I built my own.
But PlayStation controllers, it's like you take the PlayStation controller apart, and the second the plastic comes off, it's just like
like
exactly 30 springs shoot off in all directions. Like, well, that's never going back together.
I'm also concerned about why it broke in the first place, like why it got pushed down.
Too many cummies down in the button.
Maybe.
You're supposed to jizz in a rag, not on your controller.
Yes.
So just friggin' slinging rope all over the room over there.
Hey, Rory.
Yeah, what's up, man?
You remember where to go?
I don't.
Red Dead has some really good colors, too. I know it's brand new, but...
This is the one I've played least
really
recently.
Damn good.
The remake isn't... Like, all the locations of everything are changed from the original.
Well, that's fucking dog shit. Literally unplayable. They didn't keep it exactly the same.
I will say, the only thing that Halo 5 did that I think was good was it brought in some of the rest of Blue Team for the Chief to kind of talk to and hang out with.
They came out of nowhere.
Yes.
It wasn't set up in the game.
No.
Their existence in the game was based entirely on the novels. So if you haven't been reading the novels, you've had nothing about these characters.
I thought they all
Like
died.
they should have scrapped the Locke storyline and introduced these characters naturally in the game.
Well, what I would have done is,
In fact, just kill Locke off immediately because he's awful.
what I would have done is I would have had the game start with, you know, the chief has gone missing. Like, he went out on a mission, as he normally does, solo, and he didn't come back. And so you now playing as Fred, 104, and you're like, yeah, go out and find, like, you know...
Fred? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very generic
Why
names.
not Kelly?
I don't know. You can be Kelly, Linda,
That's
any of them.
pretty sexist of you, Adam.
Any of them. I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
It's like
Last thing Halo needs is another toxic
Could have been fucking
male
Naomi for all I
protagonist.
care.
the top 8 most common names in the world are probably those Spartans.
Oh, shit.
yeah,
Right,
John, Fred, Kelly, Linda.
Spartans Fred.
James and Sam.
It's so generic.
Yeah, it's very generic.
Was it Eric Nyland that came up with that, or was that like just
Yeah.
already in the Halo blog?
They had the names of the Master Chief, but I think Eric Nyland came up with the other ones.
I mean,
What's the
fucking
Master Chief's name?
Try
John.
again.
Yep.
John 117. I don't think we've ever gotten his full name.
John 117?
That's a Spartan number. So he was the one.
Oh, so it's
Sierra
like a Bible
117.
passage or something like that.
No, he was the 117th child selected for the Spartan program.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know, Psalms, John 117.
That'd be pretty good.
Like, that's definitely a thing, and it's like LOL Spartan or something. That's what it is. Like, oh man, that's my favorite quote from the Turbo Testament.
The Turbo Testament.
But I would have, so I would have had
It's a
the game
re-release.
be,
It contains
like,
all 5 volumes.
be like a new character looking
The
for
Testament
the
collection.
chief, but not like John Locke, like actual like, and then like as you go along, you collect more and more dudes to have like in your squad. It'd be cool to have like the Arbiter and stuff.
No!
Playable again.
It'd kind of be cool if they did, like, and that's kind of what I thought it was going to be, and maybe what Halo 6 will be, probably not, though, is if it was just, like, you didn't play as Locke at any point. She was squeezing her boobs together there, even though her arm was just going through it. If it was just, like, I don't know what the hell happened, but for some reason Chief is wanted by the UNSC, because Cortana made him do something.
So
And, okay, fuck me, I guess. Go ahead.
no, go on.
If he was just, like, on the run, and it was kind of like a... John's trying to do the right thing, but he's also being chased by UNSC, and it was kind of like this pseudo-open world game. And it wasn't just like a run from A to B shooter.
Yeah,
It had a bit more, you know, RPG elements.
I would prefer that if it wasn't like a numbered Halo game, but they just made it like this is just like a kind of a
Why does it matter, though?
Halo 76.
Sure.
Yeah!
I don't mean like hub worlds, not like a full-on massive loot box open world game. I'm talking about like different
God
hub
damn it.
worlds where there are missions to be carried out, and you know, different side objectives to, you know, I don't know, throw the UNSC off your trail or something.
As a brief aside, it's worth noting that the only person I know who was going to play Fallout 76 for sure is Aaron, and now Red Dead Redemption 2 is out, and now Aaron's never going to play anything ever again.
Well, yeah, I was like, you know, yeah, I'll give the Fallout beta a try, and then Red Dead came out. Like, I'll just wait till Fallout comes out.
Yeah.
Danger.
So apparently, according to King James Version, John 1:17 is, "For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ." So, not really had anything to do with Halo.
Man, that's spoilers for Halo 6 right there.
Whatever happened to the script that Alex Garland wrote for the Halo movie?
I don't know.
Is that, like, that was supposed to be
Del
made...
Toro, like, ripped it in half or something.
Like,
fuck you,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
look
to-
it up.
Who wrote it?
Alex
Peter
Garland.
Jackson.
Alex Garland wrote a Halo script, which is only the best idea ever. And you're not going to get anyone better than that.
I think Neil Blomkamp could do some pretty good stuff with Halo.
I don't want Neil Blomkamp anywhere near anything ever again.
He did good shorts for Halo though.
He does good shorts. That's what Neil
Why don't
Blomkamp
you
does.
want him near anything ever again?
I really, really don't like his work. I like his shorts. I think they're really good. I think
Oh, but Melancholia is a great film.
Melancholy is Lars von Trier.
Yeah, I know.
He's
dog shit filmmaker.
being
He's a
Ironian.
terrific
You know,
filmmaker.
I guess I'll go live in an abandoned fucking nuclear submarine and make these other movies. I want a movie where Willem Dafoe eats another man's penis and it becomes gay from it or something. And then the moon hits the planet and everyone's real sad about it. And then I'll turn. I'll go to fucking Canada and make some racist joke.
Yeah,
that sounds more like a Marvel movie.
Literally, the only thing about the Halo movie,
Penis Man. He has the power to shoot ropes.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Oh my god.
He wrote a script.
Well, then take a breath, Peter.
He wrote a script, and they tried to get Guillermo del Toro to do it, but he didn't do it. This was way back in the day. He turned it down to do Hellboy 2. Instead of Alex Garland. Although, to be fair, back in 2008, Alex Garland wasn't
Want to keep that
exactly
Peter?
the name he is today. So, you know, he hadn't directed anything at the time, so he was just writing. So I guess it's fair-ish.
He did Sex Cockina.
Yeah, but not before 2008.
Yes, he did.
If Sex Cockina doesn't exist, we should make it.
Alright.
You get Alicia Vikander back. She's not doing nothing. She's waiting for that Tomb Raider sequel. It's never going to fucking happen. Even though I'm pretty sure she said immediately after finishing that, I'm not doing the sequel.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, fuck it. I guess we're not doing the second one.
Yeah, can we make a good movie next time?
I don't think she was a great pick for that anyway. She's a good actress. She's not a good Lara.
I doubt she did it for, like, principal reasons. Like, oh, I don't think this was the strongest movie it could be.
Yeah.
It's like, if you didn't
She
think
did
that, then why did
first.
you read the script?
She
and
did
take
that
the
bicycle
part?
chase scene and said, this is fucking retarded. This has nothing to do
So,
with Tomb
when I
Raider.
typed up Sex Cockina, I got nude at beach videos, nude lesbian sex porn at
Come on, Alex, try again.
Roosh.uv.tv.
Oh, that sounds like a safe website.
Yeah, it's definitely on that. And then I got workout naked models XXX.
Has anyone
arousing
ever-
workout turns into an all out?
Has any director, besides fucking Caligula or whatever, that doesn't count, has any director ever, like, written a movie and made a movie and then did the porno parody of it? Like if Alex Garland was to
so
write
like if like
Sex
George
Cockina.
Lucas did like Star Whores or whatever.
Yeah. He totally has.
He should.
He's absolutely
He
made a
should.
fucking porno Star
Oh
Wars.
Christ! So I guess at this scene the Googles are gonna come out and
He does commentary on it. That's a private. It's a movie he made for himself. Nobody's ever gonna see it. He makes a commentary DVD.
I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer for the Godfather porn parody, and in it the guy's talking. He's like, "It's a real shame.
What's it
Choking
called?
on an orange peel was just not the way the old man wanted to go." I'm like, "This is hilarious."
What's it called? What's the
Like the Godfather, the parody, or whatever.
Oh, it should be like
shit.
the Wadfather or something. Or the
you come into my house the day of my
you
death.
come into my ass.
On this day of my daughter's wedding.
I'm sorry, Wadfather.
Anyways, thanks for joining us on this very special and highly
man.
Halloweenish Halloween
Sorry if
episode.
this was boring. I don't know what to do
It's the
from
most
here.
related Halloween episode of all time. I don't know, just freaking whip her pants down.
I need a
and
key. I
chill out.
need an armor key to access some more of the rooms.
You're not gonna find it.
We'll see you. We'll
Eat
see you
some
next
candy
week.
and play Red Dead.
That's right.
There you go.
Or play a
Soul
horror
Calibur.
game.
Or you
Why don't
could.
they make a horror mode? You were talking about horde mode
That's
earlier.
true.
I was still
yeah.
on the porn mode thinking like horde.
Horde
Mode. No, horde, like horror mode.
Whore.
Where like your objective is to fuck as many people as possible.
Play ODST. Play the firefight mode.
Or
That whole
if you want to fuck as many people as possible, play Fallout 76 when it comes out.
that firefight mode is honestly better than the whole game of Left 4 Dead. Just that in and of itself, firefight and Halo ODST. It's better
Left
than
4 Dead's overrated.
Yeah. I agree.
Anyway, there you go. Halloween. We'll see you next year, everybody, for just as a few spoops as this. Goodbye.
Calling him my ass. The day of my daughter's wedding.